very effective.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Paul dishes to Cousins. Outside Aldridge. Cousins inside. Defended by Drummond. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. .124 left here in the opening quarter. Outside Thomas. Outside Bosch. From the arc. Back to Drummond. Butler on the wing. Knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Davis comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And James Harden subbed in for Klay Thompson. Green kicks to Harden. And he goes in for the dunk.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Here's Wall. Some solid D from Paul.
It's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Stolen by Bosch. And oh, here we go. Wall. Nobody back. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
Boy, that's such a beautiful move, Kevin. Why go straight up when you can throw down the reverse?
That one's going to have its share of time on the highlight reel for sure.
It better. I mean, I
haven't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. The rejection by Paul. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. East All-Stars lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back at the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take so far on what the East All-Stars are doing?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive, guys, on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
Time now for an injury report. Let's find out the news on James Harden. Doris, what do you have?
Guys, the head athletic trainer for the West All-Stars was able to update me on the situation. He told me that after taking a look at him, it's thankfully just a sore wrist.
All right, Doris, and hopefully everything works out for him.
You know, pro trainers have so much available to them at their disposal. If it's nothing serious, he'll be back.
Call out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Aldridge in at the 5, down low. So that's who's on the floor for the West All-Stars. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Thomas against Paul. Bosch passes to Thomas. Back to Bosch. Third rebound on the night. And finished off by Westbrook.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, you know, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Aldridge. Durant comes in for Davis. And it's Thompson in for Chris Paul. Some firepower, Clark, from his offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Thomas goes in, and he gets it to go.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Westbrook, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, dime dropping there. The ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Thompson dishes to Cousins. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
And the West All-Stars have possession. They trail by 3. At the top of the key, Durant taken away by Anthony. And here's the fast break. And the dunk by James.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Thompson outside, just 4 to shoot. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Thomas has it in the corner. And a wide open look for James. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And now a 7-point East All-Star lead. Leonard kicks to Thompson. Cousins inside, working on James. And he drops it in from the low post. And it's 6 points here for Cousins.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Leonard the pass to Cousins. Good work defensively by Anthony. 1:32 left in the first half of the game. Here's Thomas, and Durant sends it back. And James pulls it down. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Butler. Pass to LeBron. Shot is no good. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Thompson for the triple. Rebounded by Anthony.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Here's Westbrook. Score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Thompson against Thomas. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Wade comes in for George. And it's Lowry in for Isaiah Thomas. Pass to Leonard to the inside. Cousins, no one around him. A 3-pointer off the mark. 30 seconds left in the first half of the game. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for James. Millsap comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's DeRozan in for Butler. Westbrook dishes to Cousins. The shake. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Lowry kicks to Millsap. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Wade. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. East All-Stars ahead, up 5. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third quarter. We will see you later.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Anthony out there with LeBron James. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's George in at the small forward. Here's James. No good. Great D that time from Leonard. Kicks it to Cousins. Back to Durant. Thompson left side. Cousins against LeBron. And Cousins kicks to Thompson. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the West All-Stars. Anthony, the pass to Lowry. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Feeds it to Thompson. And Leonard has it in the corner. Paul George with the steal. And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop. And George kicks to James. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Durant dishes to Cousins. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Throws it up high. The alley-oop layup, very well done. And now it's an 11-point East All-Star lead.
Looky here, looky here. How about that one? That play, take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. He put it on a platter for him. Gosh, that was neat.
And guys, how about the touch there on the finish? Really just flawless.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Chris Bosh is checked in for LeBron. Butler comes in for Dwayne Wade. And John Wall subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Bosh against Cousins. He kicks to Durant. It's good from the top of the key. Durant's got 4 points in the quarter. And here's the East. They've led by as many as 11 points. Wall, that's good.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Westbrook. The shot by Butler, nobody around. That 3 off the mark. Westbrook kicks to Durant. The kick out to Westbrook. And that misses badly. Air ball. Wall against Westbrook. 3-pointer, Butler. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Fires at the elbow. Tries again. Here's Westbrook. Goes up again, and it's sent back by Bosch.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Right side wall. George passes to Bosch. Anthony up on top. They get it back. The kick out to Wall. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. That's 10 points for John Wall.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Westbrook, no good.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL. But I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to on bodies.
The East making a switch. Drummond's checked in for Bosch. Millsap comes in for George. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Butler. And Thomas subbed in for John Wall. And he gets it to go.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
There's the dish to Leonard. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Leonard's got 5 points so far. Outside DeRozan. There's the feed to Drummond. Dishes to Thomas. Thomas with another miss. Clark, they're looking now at a sizable deficit.
Yeah, you know, they've got a lot of work ahead of them, but no reason to give up hope right now.
Yeah, definitely not, guys. Not with all the time that's still left in this game.
Anthony with it. Leonard picks him up. Leonard against Anthony. 6 to shoot. Back to Thomas. Let's go. And it's off the back rim. No good.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
Here is Durant. Misses there. Well through. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for the West All-Stars, they've got Klay Thompson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Durant. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Cousins in at the center, locking down the middle. And it's DeRozan missing.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
You know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you played and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
All right, Doris, it's the West All-Stars. Pull it in. And Durant, here we go.
Kevin Durant has been getting it done. 12 points and a block.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the East All-Stars.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Here's Westbrook. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
It's Drummond, top of the key. Back to LeBron. On the wing, Dwayne Wade, guarded by Harden. 4 on the clock. Wade. Durant with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. On up the court. And then Durant with the dunk.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And it's Wade penetrating. He feeds it to James. Anthony kicks to James. Shoots it. Anthony dishes to James. Durant with the steal. Here's Westbrook. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Westbrook's got it back down to within single digits for the West All-Stars. And it's Wade penetrating. Wasted no time on that one.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
And so here are the West All-Stars. Over in the corner, Cousins. And stolen by Drummond. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. Lets it go from deep. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Unhindered, going all the way. Wade with the block. LeBron against Thompson. Back to Wade. Expanding his range. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Westbrook passes to Durant. Fader on the way. And right on target. Good. Durant's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. The body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
Here's Westbrook. Anthony with the defensive effort. Thompson against James. T-Wade on the wing. Outside Anthony. He dishes it to James. Out to Anthony. The tray. They get the rebound. Drummond passes it to James. Jacks up a 3. Tries yet again. He takes it up and lays it in. LeBron's got 19 points.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
He's definitely shaken up. They're using the timeout to let their trainer take a look at it.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They trail by 11. 1:46 left here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, kid, you ready? All right, let's go.
1:46 left to play in the final quarter.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park. He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
No good from Durant. Left side, Bosch. No luck. Good D by Thompson.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And Cousins kicks to Thompson. And that one comes up a bit short.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it. LeBron giving him lots of trouble. He's got 19 points and a steal. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Truly, they have no answer for him at all.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Leonard, he's checked in for Cousins. Bryant comes in for James Harden. And it's Stephen Curry in for Thompson.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the East All-Stars.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game, Clark, and Steve's kind of touched on it, is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Yeah, absolutely a big plus. And oftentimes, Kevin, we've seen it time and time again. Your performance at the line can be the difference maker in a game.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for LeBron James. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat. I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And stolen by James. Wade kicks to Drummond. Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And Westbrook gets it to go. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, James. Guarded by Kobe. James, left side. Gets it to fall.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
The thing that has to jump out at you is all of those points in the paint. He found every gap in the defense that he could, and he never stopped attacking the basket. If the D was expecting him to just hang out on the perimeter, they were wrong.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire